Make sure y'all just sit back, relax. All right, don't be asking a bunch of let her say what she's gonna say, and y'all gonna see how simple this is when you fully dive in. All right, so let me get her in here right quick. Sent me the credit. I'm like, yo, I could do nothing but smile from ear to ear. All right, just being proud, like that's for anybody. Like I'm proud of anybody. What's going on, friend?
Hey,
Peace and
can you
love,
hear
peace
me?
and love. Hear you loud and clear. Hear you loud and clear. All right, just like I've already told them, okay, we just want to really see where you started with where, like, how long have you been studying your rights period, not just this process, your rights period. How long did you start studying this before you kind of pieced it together? Yeah, just same thing we talked about, kind of, because I want the people to hear exactly what happened with your federal case first, as far as how you was able to get resources, what exactly did you do, the questions you asked, and the being that you wanted me to tell people, I want you to tell them, like, so some of the resources they can use. All right, because it's definitely it's helpful. But yeah, go ahead, take the show, guys. My bad.
So I found out about all this credit and consumer law when I think it was back in April. My credit
Uh-huh.
score went down, and I was like, "What? What the fuck? I have perfect credit." And so anyway, I started looking into it, and I was like, "Wait, credit? Oh, this is a way different game than what we
Mm-hmm.
thought." And so then I found your content probably back in like
Okay.
May-ish.
Okay.
I watched it. I watched your advanced class and I was like, "Oh my God, there's no fucking way I can be at work while I know that I'm getting paid my own credits out of my own estate."
Mm.
Mm. So I quit my job. I was a nurse and I couldn't be there at work anymore just thinking about how backwards
Hold
we
on.
have it,
Tell them what you were again. Tell them your job again. What were you? So people can hear you loud and clear. Okay.
yeah, I was a nurse. I was working at Stanford, and I was like, oh, it was just eating at me inside that I was working for my own credits and working to pay bills. So anyway, I quit. I was like, this is it. This is what I gotta do. Something told me that I needed to quit and really, really study this stuff. Everything you're
Uh-huh.
saying really resonated with me. So I've seen your advanced class about 15 times,
Mm-hmm.
if that, probably 20. I've taken incredible notes, and that's that's what motivated me. Um, so yeah, now I took my mortgage servicer to court. I filed a federal claim against them, breach of contract, and I had you look over the complaint today that I already submitted. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm pretty
And
excited.
go ahead and tell them. Did you get a case number?
I did get a case number.
Bam.
Yeah.
So for y'all that don't have a case number, all right, because you gotta remember when you submit your case, if it's everything is good and it's a go, you'll receive a case number. All right. Like the fact that y'all, they didn't tell her no type of give her no type of obstacles. It was straight. It was ask her, are you a lawyer? Hey, where did you get this information from? Like was so kind of tell them what was some of the resources you use. I said, no, you California. For all the California folks, please listen up because she's literally telling you exactly what she did, and it was totally free. She just had to spend some of her time. All right, but go ahead, lead the way.
Definitely had to spend some time. Your content is great for, understanding the laws and all the codes and stuff and what our credits are. But then I kind of had to do some detective work
Mhm.
on my own, which is fine because you can't, everyone's in a different state. I get it. Um, so anyway, I am closest to the Santa Barbara District Court. So I went to their courthouse because I know that they have a self-help clinic.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, good. I have so many questions for them.
Self clinic.
So I went to those attorneys and they were going, I'm sorry, you want to do what? And so they weren't really able to help me with, the federal case itself, the breach of contract. That's where like all my knowledge of your content came in. But they were definitely so helpful with, the process to file a complaint I had them look over my complaint, make sure my formatting was correct. You know, it had all the characteristics of a complaint.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know about the summons. I was like, what's a motion? When am I going to file
Mm-hmm.
this? How does that work? And they were like, oh, yep, here you go. This is what's going to happen. And then that's usually what happens. They told me the sequence. And so it really helped to just go talk to them. And I have been there twice now, and they're just like, how's it going? I see that, like you're talking about Federal Reserve 29, that's 15 million or 1% of this bank's assets. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. We like, yeah, well, that's what they're doing. I mean,
yeah,
they
I
will
mean,
do
it's
what they're
breach of
doing. Yeah,
contract. Yeah, we're
exactly.
not fucking around with my securities.
Yeah, we're not
So,
playing. This ain't no little shit. All right. This is my securities we dealing with. All
yeah.
right.
And then
So
federal court in Southern California, I went to the Los Angeles federal court, and they are so sweet too. I talked to the clerk for a little bit, and I brought like the website itself there's instructions on how to file it, how to write it. You know, there's a pro se clinic, pro se meaning you're representing yourself.
mm-hmm.
So of course I print that shit out. I read it back and front a few times. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of stuff to go over. So I mean, I'm glad I have the time to do that. And yes. So they even, yeah, both places asked me if I was an attorney because I was so well versed in like what I was studying and make sure I had it right because I mean, I was going in there blind. I'm like, I don't know. I just need some answers. And so,
And you went in there non-combative. You see what I'm saying? Going in there civil, like just saying, "Hey, y'all, I'm in here not to cause any ruckus. Hey, I'm just here to ask some questions. Can y'all lead the way? If not, so be it." But the thing is, when you move using like good honor, good faith, like you moving with a righteous heart, with a righteous intent, like you're literally the doors are just gonna open for you. All right, like literally, just like you said. Hey, they literally told me I have to let them know that I'm resigning in this state and the business is authorized to do business. I was trying to tell a guy because his got thrown out because he didn't establish the parties. And you have to establish the parties if they're authorized to be in that jurisdiction. I mean, are they authorized to do business in that state, or do they reside in that state? Because both parties must be in that jurisdiction to be able to go to that court. So that was amazing that you was able to ask that. Now kind of tell them a little bit about when you first got denied for your credit card. What were some of the things, because so many people get denied for credit cards, like, oh my God, they declined me. I really need that credit card. And a lot of people ask me, wait, man, so if I don't have a job, how can I pay for things? And I say a credit card. Well, what if I don't have a credit card? Now, can you please tell all the ones that is listening, okay, what exactly did you do and what did not do, all right, to get that approval on your credit card?
I love how much of a win this is. At first, I didn't even realize that this was so significant. But yeah, I got denied for a Navy federal credit card recently. I think it's probably because I've been utilizing my credit, so my credit score is probably a little bit lower than what it should be, which is fine because I'm using my right to credit.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I got denied, and I was like, after what I know, there's no fucking way.
Oh, fuck.
So
Ain't no fucking
anyway,
way,
I took
bitch.
what was you saying?
It say ain't no fucking way.
No way. There's no way. Anyway, so I took a deep breath. I got on the phone with Navy Federal, and as I'm waiting there, I'm just really trying to enjoy the smooth jazz on the call, line waiting. And then I get to the employee, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Renee. Yeah, there seems to be a little bit of a mix-up. I applied for a credit card, and I got denied." And she goes, "Oh yeah, you'll get something in the mail. It'll tell you why you got denied, and then you can appeal that." And I go, "Renee, I don't care about the reason I got denied. I'm sitting here looking at the Equal Credit Opportunity Act here on my computer, and denying me access to my credit, that's discrimination. Is there anyone else I can talk to?" And she tells me that she told me that her supervisor isn't really going to do anything. She said that he's going to say the same thing. So she told me to communicate with the lending team in writing. And I was like, great. And she goes, yeah, and actually just do it through the messages here on the website. So she kind of helped me navigate it and get me to the messages. She goes, and then put attention lending team. And then might want to get some pens out because this is what I wrote. I applied for a Navy Federal credit card on 9/25 and got denied. Regardless of the reason for being denied, I have the right to credit. Withholding my access to my securities is securities fraud. You are violating the Equal Credit Opportunity Act and Consumer Credit Protection Act. Since you are denying me my credit, please retract my application. Thank you. And then I signed it as my last name, Vaughn, and then Holly Arlena, and then I said attorney in fact for the all capitals name, Holly Arlena Vaughn. Mm-hmm. And then yeah, I submitted it, and then the next day I got a response saying that I was approved. It said, thank you for your message. We completed a second review of the application. The American Express card will be approved for $7,100. Please allow 24 to 48 hours for the new account to appear online. Anyway, so I was just laughing. I was laughing because like this isn't a joke. This is real, and I just totally exercised my rights, and I got my own access to my credit. So Navy Federal isn't done with me. Once I get that bill in the mail, I'm gonna be endorsing it.
Exactly, and y'all, she's in her mind, like her mind is correct because she's already on. Okay, I'm ready to endorse. Y'all, she didn't even realize the credit card was Remedy. Because when I said, "Hey, that's Remedy," she was like, "I didn't think it was Remedy. I mean, I just changed my decline to approval. I mean, I still haven't endorsed it yet." All right, but you gotta remember, it's steps. Like, how many of y'all got declined and would love to get it reversed? Love to get that second review. Okay, like meaning she came with the right energy. All right, y'all remember when she said she was on the phone listening to jazz music, it kind of relaxed her. So when she talked to them, they would say, "Hey, just wanted to say, non-combative, not saying, hey, I'm about to drop litigation on y'all, straight, cool, calm, collected." That was that, and that made that person on the phone say, "Hey, by the way, you can email them. Make sure you title it Attention Lending Team." All right, so those type of beams you get by being civil. You get by being nice. A lot of y'all too rough and too tough. All right, you gotta know when to be hard and when not to. All right, you gotta know when to be soft, when not to. All right, in this situation, sometimes you gotta be a little nice. All right, even if not the etymology of nice. I know people are like, well, nice means stupid. Okay, we get that, people, but all right, but you just want to show good being civil, and you'll get a lot of answers that you're not even looking for, which made her able to email the department. Less than 24 hours later, she was able to get her hands on $7,100. All right, 24, 40 hours after that, the credit card is coming. So as y'all can see, this shit is real. All right, and with her permission, all right, I'll post that, and I'll block your name out if you. I'll post that so y'all can see this shit is real. Okay, when I've seen it, I'm like, damn. All right, and look, did you send any letters? Not one letter. Not one power of attorney, y'all. Not one. And that's why I try to tell people, hey, yo, people get Remy that way, but I don't like to tell people that because they'll start to expect, I don't got to send anything. Meaning you was already ready to send your things in. It just didn't have to go to that point. And that's the beauty of operating in good faith. I try to tell people that all the time. Y'all, that's Navy Federal, by the way. All right.
But also, Manza, what we talked about this morning, how like by me asking them to retract my application, it tells them that I know what the fuck is up. Exactly.
Meaning if y'all ain't gonna give me nothing, give me my application back. So they like, what? Hey, that application is gone. We can't give it back.
It's gone. So they have two options: give me my application back or give me my credits. So they gave me my credits.
Exactly. And they put up no fight. Navy Federal. Hey, somebody tag Navy Federal. Y'all shout out to Navy Federal, man. We might all go sign up for Navy Federal tonight. All right, but yeah, appreciate you, Holly. With your permission, I'll post that for the people so they can see, have some motivation. Holly did not know this, learn this overnight, y'all. Okay, she's been studying all the way up to the point of her quitting her fucking job, being a nurse. She quit being a nurse to put herself first, y'all. Okay, all right. Granted, She want to help people, but she got to help herself first so she can better help people now. All right, so y'all tap in, y'all tap in. HC, appreciate you, Holly. I ain't gonna hold too much time. Appreciate you for gracing us. Keep studying and welcome to HCA's community. Okay, the highway. You already know. You already know.
Yeah, happy belated too.
Okay.
I hope it was fun.
Appreciate you.
All right.
As y'all can see, y'all. Damn, it's up. All right, it's up. Okay, it's